What's up, YouTube peeps and barbecue freaks? Thank you guys for joining me today. So, a few weeks ago, in one of my live chats, Brother Phil over at Daddy Cooks asked a question of what's the one dish that I have trouble cooking, and it was Fideo. I mentioned Fideo, and it kind of got me into the mood or the idea of wanting to try this dish. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make Mexican fideo, or it's a Mexican dish called fideo. It's a Mexican soup slash spaghetti, if you will, and it's actually a really simple recipe. However, sometimes the simple recipes are the hardest to do. And when it comes to fideo, it's something that I had growing up. My mother would make all the time, and it just has a taste a certain way for it to be really good. So I'm going to try to recreate that recipe today. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make some fideo, and we're going to see how this turns out. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get started. All right, you guys. So what I have here is a pan with some canola oil in it. It's probably about a tablespoon and a half. And the fideo that we're going to use is this one here. Now, growing up as a little kid, many years ago, this was the exact same brand my mother would use to cook fideo. So they've been around a long time. This yellow box, when I think fideo, this is what I think. And if you're not using this particular brand of fideo, to me, it's not fideo. Again, that's just strictly because that's what I grew up with. So I've got the pan on a medium to high heat. And this container is a 5-ounce container of fideo. And what we're going to do is we're going to brown the fideo for probably a good 10 minutes. We want to make sure we get some good browning on the noodles, because you want them to hold their texture, throughout the cook. So, and if you don't know what fideo looks like, let me show you here real quick. So that's what it looks like. So it actually looks like, let me pull some out here for you. It actually looks like, just small pieces of spaghetti noodles. So we're going to take this 5-ounce container and just dump it in here. And you want to make sure not to leave this unattended, okay? So I'm going to take a spoon. Oh, I can already smell it. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I remember that smell. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to tend to this for about 10 minutes, and I'm just going to kind of stir it around. And I want to get a lot of it, charred up. And you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. So I'm just going to, like I said, just kind of, move this around. You don't want to leave it unattended, like I said, because you don't want it to burn. So make sure you're at the stove and you're mixing it around some. So as this browns up, I'll pick back up so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so as you can see, some of these noodles are starting to brown up. They're starting to get toasty, which is exactly what we're looking for. Now, I mentioned that I'm gonna, toss it around for about 10 minutes, but the time is really just gonna depend on how hot you have your fire. The hotter it is, the quicker these are going to burn. So it may be less than 10 minutes. So again, you're just going by the browning of the noodles. And once they get to your liking, and I'll show you what my liking is in just a bit, then we'll move on to the next step. All right, you guys, as you can tell, these noodles have, half of them are pretty browned up. So I am happy with that. The next thing we're going to do is, I've got about 1/4 of a white onion. And let me spread this out here a little bit. Then I'm going to take and just add it right in here. Let that saute. And then I've got about 3 cloves of garlic that I minced up here that we're going to add. Now you can use garlic powder. Uh-oh. Damn it, Jim. Damn thing fell out my hand. Anyway. Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to leave that in. Anyway, we're going to saute this onion and the garlic with the fideo. I think I was saying if you don't have fresh garlic, you can use garlic powder. Oh man, that smell is amazing, you guys. Good gosh almighty. Oh, quite honestly, I gotta be honest, the smell that I'm smelling now is definitely taking me back to my childhood. I don't know if this is gonna turn out like Mama's Fidel, but it's a good start. In fact, I did call my mother and ask her about this, and I'm kind of running with her recipe. Man, that smells amazing. Let some of that onion and garlic saute down, and I'll pick back up in just a second. All right, you guys, so I already screwed up. One of the ingredients that I needed to add was a chicken bouillon. Now, I went to the store and I picked some up. I put it in my shopping cart, and when I got home, I noticed it's nowhere in any of the bags. I looked at my receipt. I noticed that they didn't even charge me for it. I'm guessing it fell through the grates, or through the the metal grates, you know, the shopping cart. That it fell through that, and I never picked it up, or I didn't even notice it. So I am missing a chicken bouillon, which is a huge ingredient for this recipe. What I do have in its place is some Sazon Goya. I don't know if this is even going to work, quite honestly, but I'm going to use it, and we're just going to kind of play it by ear and see what happens. So I can't believe I screwed that up. Again, the chicken bouillon is a huge ingredient in this recipe, and we're just going to have to use this and see what happens. All right, you guys, so to this fideo, I am going to add 2.5 cups of water. I'm gonna add one 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Get that mixed in there, swirl it around. Get all the tomato sauce out of there. I'm gonna bring this, I'm gonna turn the heat up so we can bring it to a boil. To this, I'm going to add some salt and pepper. And this is where I would add that chicken bouillon as well, but since I don't I don't have it, we're not going to add that. We're going to have to go with that Sazon. There's some salt. And again, the measurements are just a taste. We're going to take this this here, the Sazon Goya seasoning. I think it's going to work well, quite honestly. I'm going to add that to the mix because that smells really good. I think that's going to go well with the fideo. Give this a mix. And then the last ingredient we're going to add is some ground comino or cumin. I think this is one of the other ingredients that is an absolute must to have. Again, the measurements, I don't know what the measurements are. I'm just kind of playing it by eye. And then I'll taste it later. If it needs a little more salt or pepper, then, you know, we'll add that. So let's just give this a good mix. I'm gonna let it come to a boil. And once it comes to a boil, I'm gonna get the lid on it, and then I'm gonna turn the heat down. And then we're just gonna let it simmer on a medium heat for, probably about 15 minutes. We'll check it at that point and see, how the noodles, the texture of the noodles are looking. But this is why at the very beginning when we brown the noodles, why you want to brown them really good, because you know now that they're kind of hard, you still want them to kind of hold their shape or their texture as it sits in this broth or this this water mix. If you were to just add it right into this, I mean the noodles would come out really soft. So we're gonna let this come to a boil, and then we'll get the lid on. All right, you guys, this is coming to a boil. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the heat down to a medium heat, and then I'm gonna get the lid on. Now before I do that, I'm gonna taste this broth and just see what it tastes like. If I need to add any more, salt, pepper, anything like that, I think this is the time that I would do it. So let's give this a taste real quick. Oh, you guys, I think this is going to turn out good. Because, good gosh almighty. Damn it, son. I think this is going to work, you guys. Anyway, I'm going to get the lid on, 15 minutes, and it should be done. All right, you guys, this Fideo has been going for 15 minutes. Woo! Let me get this lid off. See what that looks like right there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This stuff is ready. It is ready, Freddy. Hey, dog, shut up, dog. Oh, yeah, a lot of that liquid has evaporated away. Scrape that from the bottom. This is perfect. Now, some people will like it more soupy, and you could definitely add more water if you want it that way. This is the way that I like it. It still has some liquid in there, but it's not too soupy. Oh, man. Oh, that smells amazing, you guys. Holy cow. You know what? This is one of the dishes that I have a hard time making, but I got a feeling this is going to be damn good. Oh, my word. If it tastes anything like it smells, this is going to be perfect. Let's get some in a bowl and give it a taste. All right, you guys, we're going to give this Fideo a taste and see how it turned out. All right, we're going to give it a taste right here. It's hot. Oh, man. I got to go in for another bite, you guys. That's really good. I'm going to call this beginner's luck. That's damn good. This didn't turn out as to be as difficult as I thought it was going to be. It actually turned out. Hey dog. Hey dog. Hey. Thank you. This didn't turn out to be as difficult as I thought it was going to be. It actually turned out really well. That's good, you guys. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy it. I will see you guys next time. Take care.